What's good, YouTube? Macex back with another video, and today we're looking at the tackles, offensive tackles to be specific. Continuing the series, last video we looked at the top 5 tight ends. Now we're moving to the protectors, the guardians, the ones who will be making sure that your offense, the guys that will be making sure that your favorite quarterback that's making 20+ million a year stays upright. Even as a former running back, I just love watching offensive linemen play. I could watch them honestly just as long as I could watch receivers and running backs, for example. So it was challenging, but it was very fun. But I think I got the top 5 for y'all, and so we're going to go ahead and go into that. Before we get started, definitely, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, especially if you're new. Join the family, baby. Come on, we got videos like this and all things other football in the future, of course. Let's go ahead and get started with this, man. I think I've talked long enough in the intro. Let's get into these top 5 offensive tackles for the 2025 draft, and without further ado, let's get to it. All right, let's go ahead and kick things off at number 5 and work our way to the number 1 prospect for the position. And at number 5, we got Zabel out of North Dakota State. You may not have heard of him, but I really like his game and I really see the potential in him. North Dakota State is not a Power 4 program. They're not on TV, so he's an under the radar guy. I like Zabel because I see the ceiling. I see the potential. Zabel shows the critical traits of an NFL tackle. He has advanced technical work, refined technical skills, and plus his movement ability for the position, I just really like, and I think it'll translate into the NFL with development and time. He is a scheme-dependent player. I see him more as a zone blocking scheme, movement-based system, but he's natural. He's fluid. He's a natural knee bender. He consistently plays with good pad level and leverage. He's very effective in double teams, but when you have the mobility of this guy and the technical proficiency, especially in space, and for me personally, when I'm looking at offensive linemen, I just really like linemen that can move in space and are very technically sound. I do question his play strength. He is going to need some time, especially if he's going to be left one-on-one on an island with edge rushers, but I could see him being an effective swing tackle for a few years. And then after a few years of development, increased strength, I really think he could be that diamond in the rough, that gem, that steal of the draft. He has the Senior Bowl coming up, and I think he's going to be one of those under the radar guys that's going to boost his stock and really move up a round or two at the Senior Bowl. So this may have shocked you, and some of you may never even heard of this guy, but I'm telling you, I really project him in a few years being one of the better offensive tackles in this class. All right, we're moving up to number 4. We got Jonah Saam out of Arizona, listed at 6'5", 336 pounds. Started true freshman at right guard. As a sophomore, moved to right tackle, and that's where he's been the last 2 years. I like Jonah because he's very quick out of his stance. Love his quick feet and his fluidity with his hips. Has excellent lateral agility. He mirrors the edge rusher very well. Now, Jonah is a pass protector. You know, in the video games where it labels you based on your attributes, he's a pass protecting right tackle, and he plays with good strength, has a good balance, and has, I think, adequate strength right now for the NFL level to handle the edge rushers coming. And with him playing multiple positions, I love the scheme versatility due to him having experience at multiple positions, right guard and right tackle. Now, Saam can definitely be polarizing. He leaves a lot to be desired in the run blocking game. Also doesn't look very natural in space. Sometimes he looks lost. Sometimes he just looks flat out uncomfortable. So he needs some technical advancement, some development, but I definitely think he can be an anchor at the right tackle position for several years to come. All right, we're in the top 3, and we got Simmons out of Ohio State, listed at 6'5", 309 pounds. Simmons had an excellent start to the season. Unfortunately, went down due to a season-ending knee injury, but I think if he finished this season, especially with Ohio State making a run to the national championship, I think Simmons could be in contention for the number 1 tackle. But even still, with him going down pretty early in the season with an ACL injury, I still project him to be a first or a second round pick at the very least. I'd be contemplating him as the number 1 tackle in this class. He has very high upside, the prototypical size, the movement, punching power, and I also like his length. And the NFL values athletic left tackles that have quickness and agility that also goes along with good good size, good strength. Simmons is best suited for a power-based offensive scheme. That way his strength can be maximized, driving, blocking, downfield mauling, but he has versatility as well. He can play both tackle positions, which adds value, and with continued development in his footwork and hand placement, I think that Simmons could be very well the best tackle in this class. I'm always weary when someone has season-ending injuries. You just never know how they're going to come back, and so for me, I actually would put him higher than number 3 if we're being honest, if he was able to finish the season. But Josh Simmons definitely has everything you want in a potential cornerstone tackle in the NFL. All right, at number 2, this was very tough, but I have Will Campbell out of LSU listed at 6'5", 323 pounds. Will Campbell's career and resume at Louisiana State is everything you want to see. It's very typical for a future first-round left tackle. Started every game at left tackle in the 3 seasons at LSU, almost 2,600 snaps overall, so he comes into the NFL with a lot of experience. Very high IQ, which you'd expect from someone who's been playing every snap in SEC football since he was 18 years old. Very good size, excellent pass blocker, and last January he was pretty much the consensus projected number 1 left tackle coming into the 2025 draft. Now, his stocks kind of wavered up and down a little bit this year, had some inconsistent games. I watched games where he did struggle at times. I wish even with his size, he had a little bit more strength, more punching power. Will Campbell's not a dominant destroyer at the point of attack, but I think he has an extremely high floor. I think he's a safe pick, as safe as it gets because nothing's guaranteed in pro sports, but I do think his high floor is going to allow him to become immediate impact even as a rookie in the NFL. And my number 1 tackle for the 2025 draft is Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle out of Texas. And Kelvin Banks has been in several of my videos in the past, just reviewing everything and what I look for in my scores. He's the best offensive tackle. He's played very well and very well against other edge rushers who are projected to be future NFL defensive line. Kelvin Banks to me has really good athleticism, not elite athleticism. Like a lot of tackles in this class, honestly, I've seen a lot of sources that think that Kelvin Banks may be better suited for guards, but that's not me. I think that he could be a cornerstone left tackle in the NFL for years to come. 2024 Outland Trophy Award winner. He has exceptional quickness out of his stance, smooth footwork. He's a masterful technician. Combination blocks he really excels at. Mental processing is quick and sharp, quick-footed mover. He gains really good depth in his pass sets while maintaining balance, which to me is very important if you're going to play left tackle against the elite edge rushers. Now, length may be a concern. Some sources say he's 6'3", 6'4". They want to see the wingspan, and I definitely get that. But to me, Banks definitely has the tools to develop into a Pro Bowl caliber player at the left tackle position. All right, there you have it. These are my top 5 offensive tackles for the 2025 draft. If you made it this far in the video, I deeply appreciate it. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video as it helps the channel grow. We're on to the next phase and allows other football fans just as yourself to be able to watch this content. So be on the lookout for the next position we got coming for you guys. But other than that, man, I'll see y'all in the next video and y'all have a good one.